nobody on this road that can save your soul. Almost lost control now. Tell me what you need in a friend and now. Pray that we endure to the end again. I'm just saying that I'm here for you. When the world turn against you, I'ma be with you. Got my sword in my hand, you can count on me. I won't run and hide, fight mightily.
Waiting on your house shot. See the Jacob, I'm the apple of my father's eye. I learned the truth for who I was and it made me cry. If I don't keep the laws of Yah, then I'm gonna die. Living curses, but I'm edifying in my verses. Prepare the hearses for the heathens who be steady learning.
God, first and foremost, want to give all praises to the Most High God, Yahweh. We do so by Shema Mashek Ramalak Yahushai. Another 50 for 50 through the Spirit. Listen, I'm going to try to be straight and concise to the point. You gotta hate evil. All right. It is okay to hate evil. 3 John 1 and 11. Beloved, follow not that which is evil, but that which is good. He that doeth good is of God, but he that doeth evil hath not seen God. So it's a lot of wicked, evil people. It's a lot of wicked, evil devices, plans. It's a lot of wicked, evil opportunities in this world. There's a lot of wicked, evil things to partake in. Hey, it's a lot of evil here in this world, especially in America. It's a lot of evil. So you gotta hate evil. Love the good, hate the evil. Remember, anything that's contrary or that's opposite to what the Most High God tells us to do, that is evil. Anything that aligns with keeping the commandments, that is good. So you got to hate evil, and don't let anyone make you feel bad for hating evil and shunning evil. All right. The world has this, try to condition us to love the things that are wicked and to hate the things that are good. All right. Let me get Amos 5 and 15. It's the book of Amos, chapter 5 and verse 15, and it reads, hate the evil and love the good, and establish judgment in the gate. So this is even going into telling you, don't be unrighteous in judgment. Don't call good evil, and don't call evil good. You got to hate the evil, and you got to love the good, and you have to judge according on to righteousness. Too many people hate good and they love evil. And that's why the world is in the condition that it is today. So don't be one of those people who are afraid to stand up for what's right. Too many people stand up for what's wicked, or when something is going down that's not, that's not righteous, they're afraid to stand up against the evildoers, right? Reading on, it may be that the Lord Yahweh, God of a host, will be gracious unto the remnant of Joseph. So, you have to be able to stand up for the afflicted as well. If you see someone going through something, someone being wrongfully accused, wrongfully oppressed, and so forth and so on, you got to stand up for them, especially of the children of your people. Don't be a coward. Too many cowards in this world, right? And that's why a lot of people get into situations. You got damn children being molested. You got all types of wickedness going on because people won't stand up to evil. They'll see something going on and they'll just turn a blind eye to it. And we're not getting down like that. All right. Let's get Isaiah 5 and 20, the classic. It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 5 and 20. Woe, which means destruction, unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. So everybody, this precept is basically going into people who are just damn wicked, right? All of the things that are wicked and unrighteous, they say is good. And people always say, look, man, it ain't bad if I go ahead and I slide in his wife. She shouldn't have been looking at me. Brother, that's wicked as hell. She wicked and you wicked. All right. And we're not sitting here and saying that that's good in any way, shape, or form. You wicked. And you better repent, right? Or even in terms of people get really upset at us because we tell them, look, man, you shouldn't be doing this. As a matter of fact, the other day, I saw a young girl when I was leaving the office, and she was walking with her aunt, per her own words. And she had some very, very disgraceful booty shorts on. And I got at her. I told her, like, look, I mean, cover up, sister. She said, well, you shouldn't have been looking. I'm not looking to look. You will walk in my plane of sight, and that's wicked. And I'm telling you to cover up, right? Oh well, she can wear what she want, and this, and she got the freedom to express herself. That's wicked. We're not sitting there calling that good. That is wicked. We get on people for homosexuality. We get on people for smoking and abusing their bodies. We get on people for breaking the Sabbath. That's wicked. There's a lot of wicked things that we're just not going to call good, because the Most High God in His Word says, woe unto them that call evil good and good evil. It reminds me of that vampire in Brooklyn, I believe it was. He said, evil is good. Nah, I think that was Eddie Murphy. Evil is good. Evil's not good. Evil is wicked, right? And that's why in ancient days you had the mighty prophets that went out and they prophesied and they declared the judgment that would happen to people who were doing wickedness. You follow what I'm saying? Yeah, Yahweh Shai is king. All praise to the Most High. Let's get Proverbs 16 and 17, right? And once again, it's okay. You gotta hate evil. The Most High hates evil. Proverbs 16 and 17. The highway of the upright is to depart from evil. He that keepeth his way preserveth his soul. Now, this is you notice that, not to get too caught up on a punctuation, but the semicolon is a continuation. The highway of the upright is to depart from evil. And this is why it says, narrow is the way of life, right? Narrow leads to the path of righteousness, but wide leads to the path of destruction, because there's so many things that you can do to be wicked, right? And the path of righteousness is a narrow path. It's a clean, it's a straight, it's an easy path. Now, we understand it may be subjective as far as like what you consider easy, because if everybody else is around you being wicked as hell, you may be convinced in your mind that to just go with the flow, to just go with the crowd. But hey, we're telling you, stand up and be a man of God, be a woman of God, be the one who shuns evil, right? Who has the courage, who's not a damn puppet, or what it is, a peer pressure. Don't collapse to the peer pressure of the world. He that keepeth his way preserveth his soul, because if you're keeping the way of righteousness, ultimately you're going to do righteous things, which ultimately means you're not going to be sinning, which ultimately means, because the wages of sin is death, but the gift of God is eternal life through Hamashiach Yahweh Shai, who the world calls Christ. So, man, it's just a lot that goes on in our day to day, right? I want to get in the same chapter. I want to get verse 6, matter of fact. Book of Proverbs, chapter 16 and verse 6. By mercy and truth, iniquity is purged. Now we know mercy is of the Most High, sending Yahweh Shai, and truth we know is going into keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. Iniquity is sin, that's purged. And by the fear of Yahweh, men depart from evil. All right, so you gotta, in order to depart from evil, you're gonna have to fear the Lord. If you don't fear the Lord, then ultimately you're just gonna be out here doing whatever the hell you want to do, because you're not gonna have any type of how do I want to say this? You're not gonna have any type of You're not going to have discretion. Let me just put it that way. You're not going to have discretion, because you're not going to be fearful of the Most High. So you're just going to do whatever you think that you want. And, you're not going to have any cutoff. You're going to be on that wide path, right? You're not going to be on that narrow path. All right, let's get Proverbs 18 and 13. And it's a word I'm looking for. It's a word I'm looking for, but right now I can't think about it. It's not coming to my mind. Right, I said you're not going to have any type of discretion, but that's not the word I'm looking for. All right. Proverbs 8 and 13. The fear of the Lord is to hate evil, pride and arrogancy, and the evil way, and the forward mouth, which means perverse mouth, do I hate. And it's perverse to speak lies. It's perverse to try to lead people astray. It's perverse to be arrogant, prideful. And the Most High God hates these things. And if you fear the Lord, then you're going to hate these things. So you got to hate evil because the Most High God hates evil. And it's funny when people say God doesn't hate. Well, God definitely hates evil. Let's just start there. We can get into other things, right? But God definitely hates evil. All right. All praise Yahweh Shem Yahushai. I'm going to get Psalms 119 and verse 142. Right. All praises. Psalms 119 and verse 142. Thy righteousness is an everlasting righteousness, and thy law is the truth. And that goes right where we was just in that Psalm, in that Proverbs 8 and 13, when it talked about pride and arrogancy. And if you fear the Lord, you're going to hate those things. All right. So let's get Psalms 34 and 14. I'll wrap it up here. Psalms 34 and 14. Depart from evil and do good. Seek peace and pursue it. When you think about a police chase, when the police are on a chase and they're pursuing somebody, they're actively trying to capture them, right? They're going through all different types of, you got to think police chases, they get crazy. You go, they're at high speeds, they're turning all through different alleys and things. Sometimes you got the helicopter above trying to position and be able to determine where that person is going to go in a high speed chase. You got spike strips. It's all different types of tools when someone is in a hot pursuit in order to try to capture the person who's fleeing, right? So when you think about that context and that example and departing from evil and doing good and seeking peace and pursuing it, you should be doing all you can to live righteous, to be righteous, and to stay righteous. And with that, we give all praises, glory, and honor to the Most High God, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, to the 12 tribes that scattered abroad. Greetings, hate evil, depart from evil, and do good, seek peace, and pursue it. Shalom.